Hey, so have you got a desk job? Do you spend a lot of the time in a seated position? Well, this might be a really good spinal mobility routine for you to use. Now, if you do spend a lot of time at a desk, you'll probably find that you do start to stiffen up, and if you want to get straight back on with your work and you need to know the exercises that are going to have the most bang for the buck, then these are the ones that are going to help. And we need to firstly look at what are the movements of the spine, because the spine's supposed to move, it's designed to move. We've got flexion, which is bending forwards, extension, bending backwards, side flexion, going from side to side, and then we've got rotation of the spine. Now, if we want to keep ourselves mobile, then it's important that we move through these different ranges every single day. And if you're at a desk and you're just sitting in this same position the whole time, then there's no wonder that your spine starts to become stiff. But one of the first things, is something that's really good for you if you do work at a desk, is setting up your posture. And a great tip for that is, if you've got a post-it note, write posture on it, stick it onto your screen at your desk, and then every time you see it, it prompts you to set up your posture. But first, how do you set up posture? I like to think of it as 3 different phases. So hips, shoulders, and head. Now if we think about the hips and imagine it as a pail of water, we can pour water out the front and water out the back of the pail. If you think of the hips as being a pail of water, you tilt the hips forwards, you pour water out the front, you tilt the hips backwards, you pour water out the back. If you can't do that, then that's something that you need to learn to do, and it probably shows that you don't really move your lumbar spine a lot. What we need to do is come to this neutral point so the water's leveled off and pour a tiny little bit of water out the front, and that has a big chain reaction towards the shoulders. That if you see this, if I'm just in a slump position, my shoulders come forward. As soon as I lift the hips, the shoulders come back. You bring the shoulders up towards the ears and then you slowly draw them down. Okay, it's not a big squeeze towards the rear, because look what happens to my head, it starts to chin poke. So just a slight activation between the musculature and between the shoulder blades. From there, draw on the chin and then lengthen up through the spine. Now that's a good postural position, and you should set that up and try and do it as much as you possibly can, or keep in the most optimal position that you can within the work that you do at the desk, or even in everyday life. So here we go, here's the spinal routine. We've got flexion. You can slide your hands down your shins, bring your head towards your groin, so you're literally pushing back onto your feet and allowing your head to curl underneath. You can do this with the chair legs as well if you've got them. And then you come back up. Hands can come to the rear of the seat. Make sure you don't fall off the seat, okay? So make sure you tuck underneath with the hips to protect the spine, and then lengthen up through the chest and towards the sky, creating this extension through the lower lumbar and also a little bit of the thoracic spine as well at the same time. If you've got a wheelie chair, you can even do this by supporting your lower back and then leaning backwards. So we can bring those 2 movements together by exhaling as we come down, inhaling as we come up, exhaling as we come down, exhaling as we come up, inhaling as we come up, and then come back to the center point. Now if you want to do that 10 times, that's hips flexion and extension. Now we need to go to side flexion. So if you've got legs, you can slide down, exhale into the side, inhaling up towards the top, exhaling down towards the opposite side. You're going a little bit further each time. You're not yanking into these positions at 100%. You're doing it with care and attention, and you're doing it with slow, controlled movements. To make this a little bit more intense, you can bring the hand over the top, or you can just bring it towards the armpit and then extend it over the top. You come back round towards the opposite side, slide up this arm up towards the armpit, bring it up over the top again. Good, so we've got side flexion there as well. Next one is rotation. So with this one, take your right hand onto your knee, left hand towards the back of your chair, make sure the feet are planted as well. Rotate around as you exhale. Inhale round to the centre, exhale round towards the right hand side. Again, 10 repetitions with the rotation, side flexion, flexion and extension. So you're hitting all of those 10 repetitions and your foot should feel that you are a little bit more mobile after that and a little bit looser. Give it a go.